In continuation with the arcade series that Think has launched, today we'll be discussing about the topic architecture awareness. With an increased weightage from 15 to 20%, the importance of architecture awareness over the period of time has only increased, especially in case of JEE Paper 2. Hello everyone, this is Suraj and you're with Think Institute of Design. In this video of arcade series, we'll be dealing with the previous year questions that has been asked related to architecture awareness in the February session of JEE Paper 2. We'll be dealing with topics which are related to parts of a building, building materials, town planning, famous architects, and climatology. Let's look at the first question. What is the thickness of a half brick thick wall? There are four options that are given: 4.5 inch, 8 inch, 9 inch, and 6 inch. I want you to pause the video, go through the four options, and comment the correct answer in the comment box below. Let's look at the answer. To know about the size of a half brick thick wall, we need to initially know about the standard size of a brick. The standard size of a brick, as shown in the figure, is 190 mm by 90 mm by 90 mm. When we are talking of the half brick thick wall, we are talking of the 90 mm thickness of the single brick. Now, along with that, when we have a half brick thick wall, we have the mortar that is to be added, which we use for plastering on the both sides. So that would have a thickness of around 12 to 13 mm. Adding that to the 90 mm thickness of the brick, we get the full thickness of that half brick thick wall, which would be 90 plus 12 or 13 mm on both the sides, which would give us around 115 mm. 115 mm is approximately the same as 4.52 inch thick. So the size of a half brick thick wall is 4.5 inch. Question number 2. Which of these schemes or programs by Government of India is linked to heritage cities? There are four options that are given: Hriday, Uday, Make in India, and Amrit. I want you to pause the video, go through the four options, and comment what's the correct answer in the comment box below. The correct answer is Hriday. Things like this, which are related to current affairs, has to be tracked down. So it would be great if you could go through the last 1 year's current affairs along with this. One of the best ideas or strategies that you can use is continuously refer to the social media channels, especially of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Let's look at what is Hriday, National Heritage City Development and Augmentation Yojana. It had a focus on the holistic development of heritage city. So from the aesthetic look of that particular city, to the accessibility, informations, and how secure the environment is in that ancient city were all the points that we were trying to focus in this particular scheme or program called as Hriday. It was started in the year 2015 on 21st of January by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So cities like the ancient Badami, Mathura, Puri, etc. were included in that. But interestingly, it was stopped and in fact fused with a different scheme which is called as Prashad, the National Mission on Pilgrimage, Rejuvenation, Spiritual Heritage Augmentation Drive. Next question. Which one of the following floorings is ideal for indoor badminton courts? There are four options: granite, brick, marble, and wood. Pause the video, go through the four options, and give us the correct answer in the comment box. Let's look at the answer. The correct answer is option 4, wood. An indirect way to arrive at the answer for this question is to eliminate the wrong ones. For example, granite and marble are two materials which we obviously will not find in an indoor badminton court or a basketball court, for the reasons that if you fall down on that, it will be extremely painful. So once granite and marble is removed, brick is the third option that is left. That will definitely disintegrate, and there will be impressions that will be formed if we are consistently playing for a longer period of time. The only option that is left is wood. The other way to look at this question is that wood is a very good shock absorber. So there won't be much impact on our knees, feet, or ankles when we are playing. So you must have seen extensively teak wood flooring that are being used not just for badminton indoor courts but also for basketball, volleyball, auditoriums, etc. It also must be noted here that there is a risk of slipping if there is liquid content that is present on the floors, even if it is wooden flooring. Next question. What is the normal height of a doorway in residences? There are 4 options given: 2.8 meters, 2.1 meters, 1.5 meters and 2.5 meters. I want you to go through all the options and finally comment the answer in the comment box below. Let's look at the answer. The correct answer is 2.1 meters. Now, how did we arrive at this particular value of 2.1 meters? Usually, the average height of Indians vary from 5 feet 3 inches to 5 feet 8 inches. That in itself is taking the overall height of the door frame to somewhere around 1.8 meters. Now, under special occasions, we do find people who are actually taller than 1.8 meters. So, most of the residential buildings will have their overall openings, the overall height of the door frame at 2 meters. So the best answer, the best option that is available for us among all the 4 options that are given is 2.1 meter. It also has to be noted that as per the IS code, you have a formula for the height. If you fix the width of the door, then the formula for the height is width plus 1.2 meters. Now, along with door, when we are talking of the height of the door frame, it is also important to note the various parts of a door. A door has a door frame, door shutter, and the third part is hinge. Hinge is the part that actually joins the door frame and the shutter together. The frame is an assembly of horizontal and vertical members. The shutter, on the other hand, is the openable part. That's usually the part with which we press on the handle so that the doors would open. And thirdly, hinge is something, as I said earlier, combines a frame and a shutter. There are various parts in a door shutter. For example, at the top and bottom, you have the horizontal top and bottom rails. Rails are basically horizontal members. Then you have stile. Stile is basically the vertical frame member. For example, you have the lock stile, you have the hinge stile, etc. Now, panels are kept on the rails. Panels could either be horizontal or it could also be vertical. There could be variety of materials that we could use. For example, in case of doors, we could use timber or ply, etc. Mullion is the vertical partition that is existing between the panels. Now, there are 2 types of doors. There is flush door, there is also panel door. Flush doors, as shown, are basically plain on both the sides. On the other hand, panel doors will have panels on the door, that is either horizontal panels or vertical panels based on the design. Next question. What is the purpose of louvers in a building? There are 4 options that are given: as sunbreakers, or to stop wind from entering, or to support buildings, or to hide something. I want you to go through all the 4 options, pause the video and comment the correct answers in the comment box. Let's look at the answers. The correct answer is louvers are actually used as sunbreakers. Now, what are these louvers? These are, as shown in the image, these are typically parallel or horizontal blades. It could either be made of, say, wood or glass or anything, any material. The basic objective is actually to regulate the airflow or light penetration. So usually it permits the airflow or the entry of light. But it also ensures that the sunlight, the direct sunlight that's coming, is completely blocked. Because if we don't block that, our buildings would start acting like a glass house. Next question. The monsoon wind enters in Indian subcontinent from which direction? There are 4 options that are given: northwest side, southeast, north or southwest. I want you to pause the video, go through the 4 options and comment the correct answer in the comment box. Let's look at the answers. The correct answer in this case is southwest monsoon. It has to be noted here that there is also a different monsoon that happens during the winter phase in India, that is the northeast monsoon. Now, because that option was not given here, definitely the correct answer is the southwest monsoon, which happens in the summer phase. Now, what is monsoon? Monsoon basically means season. It's not an Indian origin word. It's a word that originates from Arabic or Malayan language. Now, monsoons are seasonal winds which actually reverses its directions with respect to the change in season. So it acts mostly in the Indian subcontinent or the southeast parts of Asia or the central western parts of Africa. But predominantly or at a higher degree, you can find the impact of monsoon in the Indian subcontinent. When the southwest monsoon comes, that is the monsoon that happens during the summer phase, when that arrives in India, most parts of India receive rainfall. And when the northeast monsoon arrives, that is during the winter phase, when the northeast monsoon arrives, the southeast coast parts of India, that is for example the parts of Andhra Pradesh or Tamil Nadu and all, receive rainfall. There are two entities that are responsible mainly for the arrival of monsoon in India. The first one is Tibetan Plateau and the second one is Indian Ocean. It is also important to note here that not just socially or culturally, but also economically, monsoon is actually something that's very important, especially the southwest monsoon is very important with respect to India because it brings rainfall to more than 75% of India's geographical area. You can see in the picture the direction in which the southwest monsoon enters India, that is through the Western Ghats. And you can also see the deflection that it takes towards the eastern part of India. So in this video of Arcade series, we have covered topics that are related to architecture awareness. Topics like parts of a building, building materials, climatology, and heritage related questions. These questions were asked in the February session of JEE Paper 2. Please provide us with your valuable comments, feedbacks, and suggestions in the comment box. For more such previous year questions, quizzes, notes, discussions, and other things related to current affairs, you can keep visiting our YouTube channel and also our Telegram channel. The link for the Telegram channel is provided in the description box below. This is Suraj and Think signing off until we meet next time. Thank you.
We like the video. So how is your exam preparation going? What makes you different is how you prepare for the exam. We are consistent in producing top results both in the field of architecture and design, which is of course our pride, and we welcome you for the upcoming courses. We have short-term courses, long-term courses. Short-term courses include crash batches and foundation batch, and long-term courses include regular batches, repeater batches, and long-term weekend batches. For more details regarding our courses, visit our website www.thinkthis.com. The link will be provided in the description box below. Let's design your career. Let's design it together with Think Institute of Design. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also click the bell icon. Bye. Stay tuned for more updates.